hopefully there's some fish in our fish trap. We'll see if they like to eat bread. And we put some Five Guys French fries in it. That hurt. I just stepped in a hole. That hurt. Alright guys, getting a little thick. Turn the camera around so I can pay attention, so I don't step on a snake or anything of that nature. I got nothing in the trap, but we come prepared for that. Sometimes we do good back here. Sometimes we get nothing, just like we done. That was probably more or less a bait choice. Cleaned out my refrigerator. So Five Guys French fries is not a good choice for a fish bait trap. Alright guys, we're heading to the hole. And we got a paddle. That makes all the difference. So, I love coming to this spot. But one of the main reasons I try to always make it out of here before dark is there's a homeless camp. I don't know how many homeless people, and I'm not saying they're bad, but I don't want to put myself in any more danger than I need to be. But you probably can't see because they got it tucked away pretty good. But up underneath that bridge is some homemade shelters. So I was going to fish till dark tonight, but it looks like there's a couple more additives in there. So we may not. We're probably going to be off the water before dark 30. Alright guys, heading down this long hill. The other day when we forgot our paddle, we could have just walked around that way and put in right over here because the water was high enough. Now there's not enough water to get across them rocks, so we got to do the danger thing and go down this big embankment. For some reason there's always a big embankment. Whenever we unload these wheels, get the kayak down there, let's hope for the best. Let's see if it was worth it. The hole's not that big, but she holds fish. I've been wanting to get the kayak out here, and we got it. Show you what we got for bait today. I got some cut chicken. This is some cherry jello chicken, and we don't want to make the catfish diabetic, so it's sugar free. Then we just got some regular cut chicken. A lot of people use chicken breast. I haven't had much luck. Adjust that camera. I haven't had much luck on the chicken breast. So what I've been using is chicken legs. One, they're cheaper, and they seem to be a little tougher. As long as you keep them cold, they stay pretty tough and stay on the hook. So we're also going to try to catch us some live bait. This camera right here in the front, this was an afterthought. I just found the kayak, or the rod holder for the kayak, so I just shoved my camera in there. It's on a little bit of an angle. I don't really like it, but hopefully it's not too bad for y'all. If it's too bad, maybe we can either adjust it in the editing software, or just use the chest cam footage. We'll see what happens. I'd like to actually, I got my anchor. It's not actually an anchor. Guy I used to fish with named Tommy Corley. We'd go fish the Edisto River a little bit together, and this was his favorite anchor, bro. He'd just pull up to some weeds, clip right in. So if we can find something we can clip to, that's what we're gonna do. All right, there, definitely hold us. We want to be out from underneath the tree limb. So let's see what happens. First, we're going to start with a piece of regular chicken, because I know it works. There we go, y'all. Free line, no weight, treble hook, 25-pound leader with a uni knot tied to 15-pound mono. Let's see what happens. I'm lying to you. I didn't see it. There is split shot on there. The bad thing about this anchor is it still will let you drift and spin, which I don't like. I like to be stationary when I fish, that way I can watch my line. You fish under trees like this, be ready, because you got stuff falling on you from everywhere. Spiders, everything. Ticks. Just had a gar surface right in front of us. Get this camera adjusted so maybe you can see a little better. We can get too much going on at one time in this kayak. Got a jig head. I did see some tadpoles when we were putting in, so I do have some artificial tadpole looking lures. I'm gonna go ahead and put out the other rod, put the jello chicken on it, just see what happens. I want to catch a live bait and get on this one. I already got it set up for a live bait. I got a number 5 Team Catfish hook, circle hook, but we're going to put a piece of chicken on until we hook into a live bait. Hopefully we can hook into a live bait. How about that? Let's not hook myself in the neck. I'm glad I remembered to bring a rag with us today. Good Lord. The jello chicken is tough. It toughened that freaking chicken right on up. I vacuum sealed it down just to keep it fresh. I didn't want to freeze it. Alright, we didn't bring any worms or minnows with us to catch live bait today. So I did see some tadpoles in here when I was loading the kayak in the water. So what we're going to do is just throw this artificial tadpole around. Got him on a 16th ounce jig head. This is 4-pound line, Mr. Crappie slab shaker. And then this is just a cheap old Shakespeare reel. See what we're going to do. I got one rod out already. I don't want to just keep drifting because I'm having trouble staying anchored, which isn't that big of a deal. But I'm going to let this one go in the rod holder and just let it stay out. Piece of chicken does have a treble hook on it. Tighten our drag up a little bit. Let's see what we can do with this old crappie stick. We got us one. We got us one. Nice little bluegill. Think we need to put him out live? I think so. Alright guys, we are off the water. Did not turn out to be worth the drag in. We might not ever do that again. If I get any older, I don't know if I can make that trip. Pulling that yak down that hill and back up that hill. And by I mean any older, I mean tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a catch, clean, and cook. Whole purpose of this trip was to bring the yak, go down to the hole, catch a catfish, maybe try to catch some crappie. We did catch a bluegill, threw him out. Nothing happened on the bluegill. Threw that freaking, what was it, tadpole, fake tadpole around. That was a Strike King tadpole. Just got the one bluegill and that was it. So we kept getting garred. I wasn't gonna eat a gar. They're just too tough to clean, especially out in public on the back of the truck. So what we are gonna do to make it interesting is we have a bag of gelatin chicken, cherry jello, sugar-free chicken. Now the gar loved it. And we just have a bag of cut up chicken leg. Both of them are chicken legs, just one of them's been marinating in jello. So we're gonna cook it up and we're gonna eat it. So let's get after it. Pan's leaning a little bit, truck is, so. It needs to be lifted up a little. What if we do that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Get out on the edge where it's dangerous. All right. First thing we're going to do is cook up just the regular raw chicken. I got some Slap Your Mama seasoning. And get it in the pan. Turn the heat down some more. Lord, that is way too high. I believe it's the only seasoning I got in the bag, so it's gonna have to do. A little bit of spiced chicken. Alright guys, that chicken was in the kayak for about 2.5 hours, so we are gonna make sure it's good and done. Because it wasn't in a cooler. It's only about 80 degrees out here, so should be okay. Alright guys, now the one we've all been waiting on. Cherry jello chicken. That sucker's been marinating in cherry jello for over 24 hours. Man, that is hot. Cook it off. It ain't gonna be no good after this. Oh, it smells good. Our Jello just turned to actual Jello. I hope we didn't just ruin that pan. I need to show this to the freaking Chinese restaurant down from the house. They got that orange chicken. They ain't got that cherry Jello chicken yet. Did not expect that Jello, and I know that may sound dumb, to turn into some sort of syrup. Fairly thick. I hate to say it, it's probably going to be good. It smells good. It smells like chicken covered in Jolly Ranchers. That's what it smells like, or Starburst. A little bit of slap your mama's never hurt anybody. I'm a little nervous I'm gonna overcook this chicken, but I've been prone in the past to undercook chicken, so nobody definitely wants that medium rare chicken strip. So just because this sucker, like I said, was kind of out in the sun a little bit, we're gonna make sure it's done. All right, guys, let this cool down just 1 second. Let me go dump this while it's hot. All right, guys, hopefully you can see we got a little bit of sunlight left. There she is. Hopefully the camera angle's good. It's right in my face. Tilted up just a hair. Here's what we got. First thing we're gonna go with is the chicken. We know that's probably gonna be pretty good, as long as it's not got any salmonella in it or whatever else comes from hot chicken left out in the sun. All right, just some slap your mamas, olive oil, it's actually pretty good. I'm gonna eat another piece before I dive in on that cherry Jello chicken. Yes, sir. That's just a chicken leg. Hang on. Somebody's calling me. Hello. I'm at the river. What you up to? I'm at the river. Just whatever was there yesterday. Alrighty. Alright. Later. Alright, back at it. Here we go. Catfish bait, cherry Jello chicken. Most people use strawberry Jello, but all I had was cherry. And this is sugar free. Looks a little pink, don't you think? Here we go. Man, that's weird. It's not bad. It is not bad. But it is different. The cherry is so strong. Like it's... If I could describe it in any way, if you've ever ate a cherry cordial or whatever they're called, like the little cherries that are wrapped in the chocolate and you bite into them, they kind of gush into your mouth. Take that. And I guess wrap it around a hot piece of chicken. I ain't mad at it. I don't know if I'd ever buy it. Like now that I've had it, I knew somewhere it offered cherry chicken. Weird thing is I kind of like it. I'm gonna save a few pieces for my son. We like to do weird stuff together. He just called, wanted to know what was for what was for dinner. And I have the heart to tell him it's cherry jello catfish bait chicken. I'm gonna eat all this other chicken though, because it's delicious. Alright y'all, sorry the fishing was terrible. I'll quit talking to you with my mouth full. Sorry the fishing was no good. Hopefully this made up for it. Long track in with the kayak was not worth it. Was not worth the energy at all. Especially going to the hole. Hole's small. You can fish anywhere in the hole from the bank. Just something I wanted to do. Something I thought would be interesting to see on camera. Would have been better with fish. Just this chicken with slap your mamas on it is just, it's just good. Alright guys, I will get back at you when I get back at it. I appreciate you coming along with me. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will get back at you later.